Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing the finale for my Years of Usage project plan for 2024. And anyway, a quick explanation. I didn't film the second update because I do quarterly updates. So I did one, an intro, and I did a first quarter, and then I skipped the second quarter because I've been just crazy busy with work. If you want to hear more about that, I filmed a chit chat, get ready with me, that you can listen to me for 45 minutes about life, if you're interested. If not, I'll get right on into the finale. First, I want to give a shout out to all of my, people doing it with me. I don't know what you call that. Collaborators. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I've been doing this. I started this project, I think 4 years ago, something like that. 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, I think 4 years now. That's crazy. But this is my favorite project, and I still want to keep doing it. So yeah, look forward to an intro for next year at some point. Anyway, so the people on YouTube that are doing it are Joy from Romantic Pink Roses. I'll tag all these people below. And Gabriella Frances. She just joined this year. Joy has been doing this with me for, I think, all of the years, like we've been doing it together. And Joy is amazing. She does all of her shots like overhead, and she's very like to the point, and I don't know, she's a great panner. Gabriella just joined this year, and I'm so happy to have her. This project is intimidating to people because of the scale that I'm doing it on. I think people think like, oh, like I should do it to that scale, but it doesn't necessarily need to be that way. Like it could be, you could only work at 2 palettes at a time or whatever you like, which some of the people that are doing it on Instagram are doing it that way. So we have Lala the Panner, Rosie in a Bubble, Blue Owl 394, which is Emily, which I'm pretty sure she hasn't posted, well, she hasn't posted at all on Instagram since like February. But that's fine because, girl, you're preaching to the choir. And then also Robin Panning. And all of them are actively doing the project, to my understanding. And so I'm so happy to have them join me. I hope some of them will join me next year as well, even though I'm bad at doing updates. All right, so I'll just get right into it. So I just go in order of like the way I have my tallies. You know what? By the end of the year, my thing looks so beat up. I'm so excited to start with a clean slate. You know, this thing is literally falling apart. Like, I'm so excited for next year, even though I actually already made my spreadsheet thing for next year. I don't know, it's just exciting. Okay, so for Pat Sublime, I did hit a goal in this past update, which would be an 8-month window. It's fine. It was in the shade Sinful, which is my favorite shade in the palette. I already had hit goal in 2023 on this one, and then the rest, I'm actually pretty close on. So on Extrovert, I literally just need 1 additional use, and then I would have been at 24. And I think I'm filming this on December 28th, so I could have easily made it. I'm actually using it in this look because I was at 22 before, but at the end of the day, I think after this update, I'm just calling it, I don't know what I should do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it, and then next year I'll just have to get 2 uses on it to hit goal. Okay, and then Corruption I wasn't as close on, so you can kind of see. I circled, so green means 2024, the highlighter, and I circled it in green as well because that's for this update finale. And then the ones from my first update, I circled in red. Oh, as a little backstory, I think I mentioned at the beginning, I don't remember, but I got a new job. So it is very like professional job, and I can't do colorful makeup, and honestly, like, I don't wear a ton of makeup, so it's really hindered my progress on this project because a lot of the stuff that I have left is colorful or a little bit louder colors. So yeah, I'll be able to explain better, but basically I could have done better. Anyways, so Here is my beautiful Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, volume 1. As you can see here, I've got a couple new pans. These were not in the project anymore because I rolled those out in 2021. But this one you saw last update as well. But these two are new. But anyway, yeah, it's always fun to see panned because I've literally had this palette since, what was it, like 2017 or something. It's ancient. But yeah, I had hit a lot of goals this past update. So, I hit, my main goal for this year was to completely roll out this palette, which I didn't achieve. But I did hit goal on, for the whole year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 additional. So I can't complain too much, but let's see how many, I still have to roll over some into next year, basically. So I hit goal in this update on Sissy, Little Lady, and Queen. And then also Creamsicle I hit today because I used it today. And then I also hit goal in this update on Meeks and 24/7. In my previous update, I had hit goal on SBN and Hustle. And let me show you my tally sheet because it'll kind of give you an idea of where I'm at with the palette. So as you can see, most of this palette is done. So let's see how many I'll be rolling over into next year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So only 9 are rolling into next year, which isn't bad, but considering this was my one goal, my main goal of the year, I'm a little disappointed I didn't roll it out. But that being said, the colors that are left are like bright reds and bright colors, and I just can't wear it to work, so it's kind of a problem. Although I did try to reach for them, as you can see. Like, you know, I'm pretty close on some of them. But anyway, yeah, nine colors rolling into next year isn't the worst. Okay, BH Zodiac, I really neglected this year. I only used it like less than 10 times probably. I consider this a fall palette, but I think because of my new job, I was basically just, or also for work, I use this palette every day. I use these two. I'll just pick either one, whichever one where the pan looks smaller, I pick for that day. And then I use SPN and Obsessed sometimes if I have additional time to like add a lid color. So I am trying to hit pan on Obsessed. I'm surprised I haven't yet, but those are no longer in the project anyway. But basically this is my oldest large palette in my collection, so that's why I'm like really focusing on it. So yeah. Plus it's just easy. It has easy colors in it for work. So I didn't hit goals during this specific update for this palette. However, I don't mind this t-shirt, by the way. Sorry, this is very distracting. But I wore this because I was planning on painting today, and it's like my garbage shirt, so I don't care if I get paint on it. But anyway, I did hit goal in Virgo, which is right here. I hit goal in Virgo this year, but other than that, I didn't hit any new goals. However, most of the palette was already completed in previous years. I'll show you the tallies. So yeah, it's got quite a bit left to go. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, like the same amount left as the JH Morphe. Okay. Take Me Back to Brazil. I never expected to actually finish because it's literally all color, so I don't wear color every day. I don't wear this amount of color every day. But as you can see, I did actually hit pan in this one, and I hit that pan in 21 uses. So if you hit pan before you reach 24 uses, then it's considered rolled out, and I did. And I think the rest of the colors I'm not going to hit in 21 uses. The reason I hit this one is because it's like the lightest shade in the palette, and I would use a really fluffy brush and put it all over my crease, or use a very dense flathead brush and like use it to set my concealer, so I was like using a large surface area. So it's not really an accurate representation of how many uses it takes. Although I remember like Emily from Emily and Max says it took her 17 uses to hit pan in this palette, but I have a pretty light hand, I have found, compared to other panners. So it's not accurate for me, but yeah, I'll show you tallies. That's the only shade in the whole palette that has hit goal, but I am pretty close on a bunch. Like I have like 20 uses on several of them. So next year I would need to hit like 5 more uses on each of those. I should have counted all these goals before doing this update, but oh well, maybe we'll count together at the end. Okay, next up is the Tati Beauty Palette. I did not hit any additional goals in this update. I hit 4 at the last update, but nothing since then. Although I think I used it once or twice since then. I think it's just because, like, oh, I'm pretty sure I had pan on both of these at the last update. Yeah, but this one still has a long way to go. I personally prefer cool tone, and most of this palette is pretty warm tone, so it's a little bit harder for me. But here's where we stand on this guy. More than 9 shades, I'm assuming. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 left to go on this, so this is more than any other of the ones that have been in for a minute, aside from the Take Me Back to Brazil. Honestly, I'm not putting pressure on myself for Take Me Back to Brazil. Like, I don't care if that one takes me 10 years to hit all the goals. Which, you know, we're working our way up there. You know what I mean? It's been like 4 years. Okay, next up is Morphe Sour Patch. I have hit 4 goals since the intro update, I guess. So All Gone, the black. Serving Looks. Oh, you know what? I forgot to highlight. Literally, in this eye look, I hit goal and Gimme Grape. Sorry, I'm being a menace. I don't know if this is right pen. I think it's wrong pen. Sorry, I'm being so annoying. I'm just really bad at editing, and I don't know how to edit this out. I do know how, I just don't want to make the effort. Okay, so Gimme Grape, Serving Looks, I have hit, and then Sugar Crush and Super Sassy I've hit. I am getting close on a bunch of the other ones too. I'll show you the titles. In 2022, I hit White Pineapple and, oh wait, this is White Pineapple and then Unwrapped. I already hit in 2022. The colorful colors at the top are pretty intimidating and hard, so that's gonna take me a minute. Because when I wanna reach for color, I prioritize Take Me Back to Brazil just because that palette's older. So here's tallies for those. You can see I still have a pretty long way to go, especially with the ones up top. But I did hit 5 goals in it this year, which is pretty good, considering it wasn't a focus palette. All right, Mercury Retrograde. I did hit 1 goal in it since the last update, which was Cosmic. This beautiful pink. This is one of my favorite palettes in my collection. I used it a ton in 2023. However, because of recent life changes, I've only used it once or twice since my last update. I consider this a summery vacation palette, and I was just working so much I just didn't have time. And all the like super neutral-ish shades have been used or have been rolled out, so now it's basically like down to the colorful ones that are less acceptable for work. And I, you know, like I told you, I have my work routine, so I need to start using this on like my nights out, like on the weekend or whatever, just to make more progress. It also is like one of my favorite travel palettes. So here's what this looks like. You can see, okay, by the way, as a reminder, the red tallies are from previous years and the blue tallies are from this year. So you can see like how much work I've done on it this year. And I know it seems like I'm not doing a lot, but if you consider that I have like literally like over 10 palettes that I'm working on, even if like each shade only has like 3 uses, that's still like decent, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like there's more than that, but you know what I mean? Like don't be too hard on me. I've got like so many palettes I'm working on. Okay, next up is Wild Greens. And I actually hit goal on this shade Chill today in this look. And I also hit shade in Kickback, this darker brown in this update. Basically, like, all these have been not hit, and then all these 3 have not been hit. So basically all the neutrals are already met their goal because I can wear those to work and it's easy. But these more colorful ones are a little bit harder. Like, I feel like I could wear this to work. But other than that, it's like, you know, questionable. Maybe in the summer, like, I could be a little more lenient, but because I don't know. But for now, I'm just keeping it safe. So here's what this looks like. The red circles are from update 1, and then the green circles are from this update. I don't know, does this, like, I feel like aesthetically the circles are annoying me because it just, like, is less aesthetic. However, it is super helpful, like, in doing the updates themselves, to be like, oh, like, this one was this update, this one was that update. So let me know what you think, if it's aesthetically annoying. I personally think it is. Like, the first update, it doesn't matter, but I think maybe, like, I'll wait until the second, because if I do quarterly updates, I'll wait until the second update next year to be, like, adding the circles, because the first update is easy to tell, like, which is new and which is not, because, you know, all the old tallies are red. But look, literally, look at this palette. Like, you can see, like, there was barely any red tallies, so, like, all of these blue tallies are from this year, so, like, I did use it a lot. Okay. Next up was my, like, little small eyeshadow palettes. I'm not gonna even talk about them because I didn't even use them. I only put them in the project on the off chance that I did use them, because eventually my goal is to roll every single eyeshadow that I have through this project. And I'm like, okay, if I have a wild hair and want to use them, why not? Okay, next up is my little Z palette. I haven't had any goals. However, I think I probably really have, and I just haven't marked the tallies. Like, this shade specifically, I know I use a lot, and I feel like I probably forgot to mark a tally once or twice, because maybe I thought I had already rolled it out or something, but it is kind of getting a little old. It's these are all JD Glow. These ones, they're just super pretty. I love them. But JD Glow is out of business, and I'm pretty sure they got, like, sued or went bankrupt or whatever, because they have some ingredient in them that's, like, toxic, and I don't know. Anyway, and then I saw, like, a bunch of people on Instagram last year or whatever being like, oh, I'm decluttering JD Glow. But I'm not into drama. I don't care about brands necessarily. Like, if it has a good product, then yeah. Like, for instance, like, some people might roast me for having Jeffree Star. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm not into the drama. I don't care. I think, like, makeup is supposed to be fun and lighthearted, and not everything has to be a drama. I mean, if you have time for that, that's great. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just, for me, I like to keep it light. You know what I mean? All good in the hood. So, oh, by the way, no, I'm not even going to comment on it. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, that's that. The Space Cowboy didn't show because I showed it in the last update and it rolled out in the last update. Solstice is another little Urban Decay Moon Dust, but I still have a long way to go on it. Next year, I'm reordering it to where all of the palettes are first and then the singles are last. But for this one, I think it's because this was my newest palette. I have it in the back because I got this palette in 2023, which you'll be happy to know that I didn't buy any palettes this year. So I'm super proud of that. And I owe it all to being very busy with work. But yeah, I barely used this one this year. It looks like I used it once or twice. But it's a beautiful palette. It's actually stunning. I still haven't even taken the plastic off yet. I don't want to yet. But I do want to use this a lot more. It's a stunning palette. I'm just tempted to even just put it on right now because it's so pretty. But I'm literally about to shower this makeup off. But how stunning is she? Yep, didn't use her. I kind of low-key forgot about that palette, honestly. Because I'm so focused on, like, work makeup that I don't think about, like, even when I'm going out, I'm in a rush because I work late and then I'm like, oh, let me slap some makeup on so I can go out and then don't have time to spend like an hour and a half getting ready like I used to, you know what I mean? But I have time to throw on a pretty glitter top kit. I could do that. But yeah, that's the end of that. Apologizing again for skipping my Q3 update. But yeah, no, you're probably used to it by now. I'm not the best updater. But anyway, I still really enjoy this project. I'm going to do it again next year. Let me know if you want to join. You are welcome to update this as frequently or infrequently as you want. Some people do monthly updates, which are always super fun. And other people are doing like bi-monthly, and then I'm doing quarterly. So yeah, just literally it's like super low stress. You do not have to do 10 palettes like I'm doing. The only reason I'm doing it is because I just want to do every single palette I own. And what else? Yeah, I just feel happy to be wrapping this year up and have a clean slate for next year. It's super exciting. I wrote out the new tally sheet for next year today. It's very satisfying. I can't wait to show you in the intro. Just because it all looks so beautiful and clean and pretty and not like falling apart, crumpled sheets like this. So anyway, that's it. That's all I've got to say. Have an amazing day. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, if you didn't watch my chit chat get ready with me, which don't feel obliged, you can check out my new apartment here. Isn't it cute? It's a little studio. It's adorable. My Christmas tree. It's a real tree. I think today's the 28th, and I'm gonna wait till after the Epiphany to take it down. So she's sticking around for another week because it's a live tree. I just feel bad, like, you know, tossing it because it lived to please me this Christmas. I think it's only actually a year old. The lady at the Christmas tree farm, because I would feel like low-key guilty if this thing was growing for like 5 years and then I just use it for one season and then have to throw it away. That would be kind of sad. But the lady at the Christmas tree farm, I specifically bought this tree because it was cheap, and she said that this breed of tree grows like crazy fast. It's some specific type of evergreen, so it's not more than 1 or 2 years old. So that makes me feel a little better, but it is stunning, and I'll quit talking about my tree now. I could keep going on, but I'll stop. Okay, have a great night or day or whatever you're doing. It's very late for me here. Good night. Goodbye.